It's Monday. I'm at the bench. What's going on? A lot going on. You guys saw some killer footage that Brian and I have been putting out. I'm debating on doing a teaser. I kind of want to leave it up to you guys. So, as you can see, I have taken all the GoPro mounts off and experimenting with how long it takes to take them off. If you don't follow the channel regularly and you just kind of bounce back and forth and you don't see everything, then I'll kind of explain. I've had the Insta360 camera, which actually let me down, and it was my fault. I had gotten some killer footage with it, and, well, let me back that up. I thought I got some killer footage. What ended up happening is from all the flying I've been doing, I did not empty the camera. So my first there's Brian texting. The first flight I did at the second location, I got some super, super incredible shots. So I thought. I knew what it looked like through the Cadex, and I knew it would have been epic. The camera actually filled up at like a minute 37 seconds or something like that, so I only got a tiny bit. Brian thankfully graciously let me use a extra 4S battery that he had, so I could go back with the GoPro to try to recreate those shots, and I'm very happy with the footage I got. But I do love the stabilization that gives. The GoPro, wherever the hell it is, I don't know where it is. There it is. The Session gives me more detail, 60 frames a second. Unfortunately, I mean, it stabilized, if you want to call it that. It's very minimal. I actually had it off when I flew both of these, so you can see a little wobble. It does, like I said, these quads are very tough when you fly low to not get wobble based on the amount of dirty air that these ducts create. But I've got it tuned as best I could with what knowledge I have. So anyway, back to the story. Yeah, so I flew, and I was questioning after checking it when it came back and it wasn't blinking, and I knew that I was within my 5-minute time frame that it records, and it was off. So I tap it again, it turned on, and then I saw flash, flash, flash blue, turned off, telling me that the memory was full. So I got pissed. I didn't bring any of my stuff with me to check it on the go, so it was a nerve-wracking trip home, hoping I got that footage. But like I said, I did a backup with this, and I wanted to experiment. So like I said, I took the jello-free kind of GoPro mount that sits on top of here, but it doesn't. It couldn't. I knew that the mounts are the same, so I made a little custom. I attached to here, used my fancy Velcro, and I flew it, and I skimmed across the water. I mean, like, super duper close. It definitely changes how you feel in the air. I mean, it flew fine, but you feel like you're bigger than you are. So shooting gaps, I felt like I was skimming the ground, and after reviewing the footage, I realized that this GoPro was like this across the top of the water. So it made for some super killer shots. So I'm debating, I kind of want to do like a teaser of it and use the minute footage of this just to give you guys an idea of how, I mean, that first, when I go under the log, over the water, and then I go into the woods and over the ferns and stuff, and the sun's coming through. It's like some magical forest looking thing, and you get the vibe from that. I don't know if I want to blend the footage together and chop up and edit to get it all. I might. I don't know. We had a huge rainstorm. What day was it? Saturday evening, mid-afternoon, and I took Mr. Cinematic up with this thing on it and got over the trees with the fog coming out of the woods and stuff like that. I have to edit that. I just finished adding another LED to this because I realized after us horsing around and chasing how much fun it looks and how more it adds. So from Tiny LEDs, I ordered a bunch of stuff from them, but I added one of their not so tiny LEDs and got it in green, so when I'm floating around on the ground, it'll actually add to the ambience. And what's cool, that one's green, and what's cool is this one here, I can just flip switches and I can change the colors, so I can have a little bit of a mix-up. I got to work on Brian's and get his LEDs back up, but oh, the cat wants to join the party. Come on up, kitty. Come on. You can jump up? There we go. She became famous. My wife posted a picture of her on some Facebook page about cats, and I mean, she got, within one day, I think over 350 likes or thumbs up, however Facebook works. Want to say hi? I'm trying to get you in there, kitty. Want to say hi? Huh? But so yeah, I added some of that. I got some really cool I don't have that one open. So I have some just connect to a battery style. So it just takes 3 to 6S. I got some white ones that are mega bright like headlights. That's the yellow looking ones in the back. And then these little ones are some ultraviolet ones that I'm going to experiment with. That might look really cool when you're flying indoors and close around stuff, how it'll make everything glow crazy. And then I got the ones that go, this is 3 mind you, that go in between the wires. So when I finish building Boo, and I think the frame's coming in tomorrow, I'm going to use these. I think this is kind of like the way to go. Honestly, if you have a motor go bad or something goes bad, you don't have to unwire the whole complete thing, you know, because if you have your motor on one side and then the wires going to the ESC, then you can just come here, swap. It'd make it a lot easier if you do it like I do, and I don't use BL Heli to flip the motor. I just use the wires. I just flip-flop the outside 2 wires. This makes it super easy, and this will add some kick-ass light to your setup. I don't know if it'll let me zoom in here. There you go. These say Flywoo, but it came from tiny LEDs. But yeah, these are white. I got a couple packs. Brian's got some going to him. And it might be good to use as headlights also, because we're doing more night flying and horse around. We found that flying together and flying next to each other makes some really cool, fun footage, and we're going to continue on with that. But so this is off for a reason. This is going to go as backup or on something else or use for something else. I don't want to hint. I'll just say it's bigger and more rectangular, and I think it's going to change the game for the footage. I can get slow cinematic footage with this guy, but I think with the extra, I don't want to say filtering, but the way that it has some form of stabilization, I think will make a huge, huge difference for this guy. And then for the freestyle quad I have, and then my chill flyer Enigma that's up there. I'm kind of throwing around the idea. That's my Mavic Air. I use it once or twice a year. I force myself to bring it out, and I'm just not getting the flights that I should be with it, as in I'm not using it to its potential or enough, because I'm hooked on the micros in these. So if anybody's interested and got a couple bucks and wants to buy the Mavic Air, and I got a bunch of accessories and stuff for it, if you have any interest, serious interest, let me know. I'll part with it cheaper than most probably would, just for the fact of getting rid of it and getting some more extra accessories and stuff that I need, or just paying bills. That's the kind of route that I'm going with that, so we'll see. But I don't know what else is going on. Like I said, I got a bunch of footage to go through, and I can't wait to show you. Oh wait, I'm getting tornado warnings. Is that a tornado? I don't know what the hell that was. My bad. Severe thunderstorms going on right now. Yeah, so stay tuned. Wow, that noise is really weird. Whatever my wife's watching sounds like that warning you get when the emergency warning on the phone. Yeah, so I'm getting slapped in the face with the cat's tail at the moment. Yeah, so stay tuned. There is some super awesome footage coming. I can't wait to share with you guys. I know Brian's working on some stuff also, and we'll definitely, we might sneak back there because we both have Friday off, so we might sneak back to that place and find some other locations within Potter Hollow for you guys to check out. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More fun coming. See if I can get some editing before the storms get worse. Peace out.